I'm April. Welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about something that is very close to my heart and something that has affected me personally in my life, as well as family members and just people that I know and love. And that topic is depression. And depression is something that for the longest time was a very cliche topic. A lot of people didn't think that it was a big deal. They're like, everybody goes through it. It's just like bouts of sadness. But in reality, that's not all that it is. So depression is something that is an actual, what some people call a disease. So it's a condition that makes it hard to get out of bed in the morning. And I mean, I know we all have those days because like whatever, we're tired, but it's so much more than that. It's not even being able to see the point of living. And that is what depression is. It's not seeing why we should even do the things that are good for us. Depression can be shown in lots of ways. Everybody is different, obviously, and some people experience it in eating disorders. Some people experience it in self-harm. Some people experience it in just not taking care of their bodies. There's just a lot of different signs and symptoms of depression that a lot of people don't realize. So putting that stuff aside, you guys can research that on your own, or you can check out my blog post about it. But I wanted to actually share with you guys some ways to cope with it and to just manage it. Because if you're like me and you've gone to therapy and you've been in a mental hospital and you have been told that depression is something that you're probably going to have to live with, then you know that there are lots of ways to help it not be so bad and help just keep it at bay to a point where you can continue to live your life, and that you can actually, I believe that you can overcome it to a point where you will only have some days that are like that. It's not going to be every day. It's not going to be for weeks at a time or for months. It'll be a few days, maybe it'll be a week, but it won't be as bad, for one, and two, it won't last as long, and you can manage it and you'll live a happier life and you probably won't go crazy. So I just wanted to start off with gratitude. And this is something that I feel like everybody is like, oh, that's such a cliche, like of course, like you should be grateful for the things that you have. But like, no, like really think about it. Because if you aren't continually being grateful for the things that you have in your life, you're gonna end up having situations where the world is like, you didn't appreciate this enough, so snatch, you can't have it no more. Or something is going to happen that's like, hey, you need to be paying more attention to this person or this thing, and maybe put a little bit more energy into it, put a little bit more love into it. Because at any moment, everything that you have can be taken away from you. I had an experience a few days ago where I was having a really good day. It started out great. And I was like, okay, like I feel good today, and you know, I'm gonna kill it, it's gonna be great. And I had a volleyball game, okay? So I was on my way to my volleyball game, and like the past 3 games that I've had were like 30 minutes away at this facility. And some of our games are at a different facility sometimes. Well, I didn't really check the schedule because I was like, oh, well, that's where all of our games have been, so I'm just gonna go out there. And I didn't realize that it was actually at a different facility, which was 30 minutes away. So started off like that. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna be 30 minutes late. It's fine. I'll just miss like the first match. I'll be fine. Like, they'll be okay. So I'm heading there, and on my way there, I encounter a train. This train was not even blocking like the street. Okay, so you have like your rails, right? Little bars that like come down and close, right? The train was just close enough off to the side that it had triggered the bars. So I'm just sitting there in lines of traffic at like 7 o'clock, and I'm already late to the game, and I'm just like, okay, all right, I'm gonna be a little bit later than I thought, guys. And the train, like, it finally moves, it gets out of the way, the bars go up, everybody goes through, and it's fine. I don't even get 3 blocks from that train, and I'm at a stoplight. Light's red, I've stopped, I'm the first car in line. The girl comes behind me, and she just bumps right into me. And I was just like, this is not happening right now. Like, you gotta be kidding me. So at that point, like, you know, the whole like whoosh, like the whole like whiplash motion, like I put my car in park, I got my keys, I got my phone in my hand, I'm dialing 911. Crazy situation, all right? Like, I was in a car wreck, okay? It wasn't that bad, thank God, but the girl ended up driving away. I got out of my car and I tried to go talk to her, and she didn't really say a whole lot, and then she drove away when I turned around for 2 seconds to tell the officer where I was. So that was very unfortunate, but I've had a few days to kind of think about it and try and evaluate what that situation meant, because what I believe is that anytime there is an event in your life that causes either some kind of pain, either physically, mentally, emotionally, like anything, it is a sign that you need to be paying attention. It is a wake-up call in some form or another. And like, obviously the first day or two I was pissed because I was like, crap, like I gotta get my car fixed. I don't know if I'm gonna have to file for insurance. Like, that's so much money that I'm gonna have to pay now to get my car fixed. And I was just like, wow, like life is really just like hitting me really hard. And I was like, why? Why is this happening? Why now? And why like this? So the more that I thought about it, I was just like, okay, what could that have possibly meant? And I truly believe that it meant that I need to be more grateful for my life, because in that moment, it could have been so much worse. I could have been pushed into the intersection. I could have been hit by another car. I could have been hit by the train for all I know. Like, it could have been so much worse. And in situations like that, where it's physical, I always know that I need to either be more grateful for my body, my ability, or my life. Those are pretty standard things. I mean, anytime that there is damage to something in your life, you probably need to be paying more attention to either that thing or the symbol of that thing. And the symbol of a car wreck to most people is, you know, being grateful that you're okay. You know, the first question that everybody asked me was, are you okay? And I was like, yes, I was okay. I mean, I have a little bit of whiplash, but you know, it's nothing. I've had crazy head injuries. I'll talk about that in another video. It's a long story, but I was okay, and I'm alive. I'm walking. I'm not having seizures. I'm not in the hospital. I don't have corona, you know, like nothing's broken. I'm okay. So at this point, I know that I just need to be really grateful that I am okay and that I am alive still, because that could have been a life-threatening situation, but it wasn't. And so I need to really stop and evaluate that for what it was and what it could have been, and be grateful for what it was and not what it could have been, if that makes sense. So that's just one example, but you can do that for everything in your life. You know, I was having, like last week, my dog was really sick. And you know, I had been really like stressed, and I'd been working a lot, and I hadn't really been paying a lot of attention to her. And her being sick really forced me to have to pay attention to her. And the more that I paid attention to her, I could see that she was probably just really sick and upset because she wasn't getting enough love. You know, she's been getting a lot of love and a lot of attention, and she's so much happier now. And she's running around, she's playing again, she's not throwing up or anything, you know? It's the things like that that just tell you need to be paying attention. And that kind of leads into this next method actually. So the second method that I suggest for a lot of people, for everyone actually, is meditation or mindfulness. And I say or mindfulness because meditation seems to scare everybody away for some reason. For some reason, everybody thinks that, meditation is like going like this, but it's not. And I really want to hit hard on that because the stigma that's surrounding meditation is what's stopping a lot of people from doing deep inner healing and from actually doing something that works. So I just want to be the one to, kind of advocate to break that stigma, because there shouldn't be a huge stigma around it to begin with. It has been very helpful and scientifically proven to increase brain functionality, reduce stress, anxiety, depression, negative emotions. You're more calm, you can think correctly, and it just boggles my mind that even with all of the science to back it up, it's still not medically recommended. It's still not taught in schools or even in certain therapies. And it's something that I'm a strong advocate for. And anybody that knows me knows that meditation is number one. If there's anything wrong in your life, it's probably because you're not paying attention. And meditation is the number one way to increase awareness. So that's why it's kind of my segue into this, is paying attention is so important. I cannot stress this enough, because when it comes to life, if you're not paying attention to the signs, to the events that are happening, the situations, the conversations, the people that are around you, and you're just sitting there wondering why this is all happening, well, I'm here to tell you it's happening because you need to be paying attention to these things. If you are having conversations that you don't want to be having, that's a sign that you're thinking thoughts and surrounding yourself with people that maybe you shouldn't be surrounding yourself with. Pay attention to that. If you are finding yourselves in situations that are either not productive or counteractive even to where you want to be or what you want to be doing, you need to be paying more attention to what you're actively doing and what you're thinking and what you're feeling. Because I don't really want to get into the law of attraction in this, but the law of attraction is the law of the universe that says that you attract to you what you are. So it's the idea that like attracts like. So if you say are vibrating on an energy level that is fear, you are going to attract to you more situations that draw out more of that emotion. You're going to attract to you conversations that draw out more of that emotion. But if you're vibrating on a level of love and understanding, you are going to attract more love and understanding, not only in yourself, but in the people and the conversations that you find yourself associating with. So meditation, mindfulness, very, very important for awareness. But it is also very, very good for training your mind. This leads directly into my next one, flip the script. So to flip the script, this is our third method, you are basically training your mind in situations, in the situation itself, to be able to look at it for what it is, take a step back, and be like, okay, I have a choice now. Say, just let's use this scenario for example. You work in a customer service job, okay? So you're helping a customer, and this customer gets upset with you, and you are trying to explain what's wrong and trying to get them to understand what's happening, and they just keep getting more and more upset. So at this point you have two options, and usually the option is pretty, obvious which one you're gonna pick. Either get upset or continue explaining and trying to diffuse the situation. If you want to keep your job, usually you'll try to diffuse the situation for what it is and let them either leave angry or try and calm them down before they leave, right? But if you take those same two choices in any situation you have with anybody else in your life, say a parent, a sibling, a friend, a significant other, know that you always have that choice. And yes, it can be very hard to make that choice sometimes, but the more that you make the choice to be understanding and listen to what they're saying and diffuse the situation, the calmer your life will be, first of all. And second of all, the more love and understanding that you're going to be radiating to people, because having that level of energy isn't just about believing that, like, I am love and light, okay? It's about acting like you are love and light. It's about speaking like you are love and light. It is feeling that you are love and light. So when you find yourself in situations where there is a lot of conflict, you have the choice to make that flip. You can decide to be angry, or you can decide to be calm and understanding. And I think that is something that a lot of people can benefit from, and that a lot of people maybe should practice a little bit more to make everybody's life easier. And the last one, number 4, is exercise/creative outlet. So I say exercise because personally that's my favorite outlet. So whenever I'm stressed, whenever I'm angry, whenever I'm just worked up, I have a lot of energy, I need to do something to either get myself out of a certain mindset or get myself pumped up for the day, stay motivated, something like that, I'll do exercise. Now exercise, most people are like, yeah, I gotta go to the gym, blah, blah, blah. But no, you don't. You can go for a bike ride, you can go for a run, you can do an at-home workout with YouTube videos because there's 100 of them. You could even just put music on and dance around for 30 minutes or 15. I don't care, I'm not judging. Exercise is just about moving your body and getting a certain vibration going, getting a different energy level into your muscles. It's about getting that energy out and expressing it in a healthy way. Now, I do say creative outlet because not everybody is capable of exercise or comfortable doing it. It's not everybody's thing, and I understand that. Something that helps me when I'm having a day where either, I'm concussed or under whiplash or whatever, or just injured in any sort of way, is like art. And art comes in many forms. It can be painting, drawing, it can be, writing. Like, there are so many different ways that people express themselves. Yesterday, I was not in a great mood and I couldn't work out because it was only the first 24 hours of having whiplash. You're not supposed to work out. So I decided to do some wire wrapping. So I got some crystals and I wire wrapped them. And that was my form of creative outlet for the day. That was something that I could put energy and thought and focus into to get my mind off of everything else and to kind of switch my mood. So whatever it is for you, find those things. Everybody's gonna have their own ways of doing things, but when it comes to depression, you need to have a plan of action. You need to have those coping things set up. And some days it's gonna be really hard to make yourself do it. Some days it's going to feel like, I don't really wanna work out today, I'm not feeling it, I'll just take a nap. Don't. Force yourself to do it. Do what you know is good for you, and even if you don't feel like doing it, especially when you don't feel like doing it, those are the days that you have to push yourself a little bit harder to do it, because I promise you, you're gonna feel a lot better about yourself and you're gonna feel a lot more motivated to keep going and to keep doing things that are good for you. So let's just review the 4. So our first one is gratitude. So remembering what you're grateful for, feeling that, being grateful for everything, especially things that you don't want to lose. Mindfulness / meditation, I would recommend anywhere from 5 to 60 minutes a day, you know, like just sitting, being with yourself and just calming your mind. Just let everything just wash away for a moment. Just be calm and breathe. There's so many guided meditations on the internet that you can find, and they'll walk you through how to do it, and they're really, really great. You guys should all check them out. I'll link some of my favorite ones down below, okay? And then, so number 3 is flip the script. So, you know, having an emotion and then making the choice to you're going to react to it. So if you're angry, don't react to it. Just let it go. Be like, it's okay. Zen. And then move on. And it's okay. And then exercise or creative outlet, okay? So those are the 4 ways that I would recommend managing, coping, dealing with depression. If you have any of your own methods, I would highly encourage you to share them down below, because maybe these 4 methods aren't going to work for you. Maybe you need to do something different. And you know, it really is, it's what works for you. Just make sure that you're doing it. Make sure you're doing it when you don't want to, and make sure you're doing something that is good for you. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you made it this far, sorry, it was a really long video. But I really do, I want to help you guys, and I'm going to be making a lot more videos like this on different things. Sometimes I might just ramble. I tend to do that, sorry. But I really do, I want to help you guys, and I want to make sure that you're getting all of the coping skills and life skills that you need to live a happy and successful life. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.